That covers singular and immanent abstract machines. What we have said does not preclude the possibility of the abstract machine serving as a transcendent model under very particular conditions. This time the concrete assemblages are related to an abstract idea of the machine and, depending on how they effectuate it, are assigned coefficients, taking into account their potentialities, their creativity. The coefficients that quantify assemblages bear on the varying assemblage components: territory, deterritorialization, reterritorialization, Earth, cosmos, the various entangled lines constituting the map of an assemblage, molar lines, molecular lines, lines of flight, and the different relations between the assemblage and the plane of consistency, phylum and diagram. For example, the grass stem component may have different coefficients in assemblages of animal species that are nevertheless closely related. As a general rule, an assemblage is all the closer to the abstract machine, the more lines without contour passing between things it has, and the more it enjoys a power of metamorphosis, transformation, and transubstantiation corresponding to the matter function. Compare with the waves machine. We have considered in particular two great alloplastic and anthropomorphic assemblages, the war machine and the state apparatus. These two assemblages not only differ in nature but are quantifiable in relation to the abstract machine in different ways. They do not have the same relation to the phylum, the diagram. They do not have the same lines or the same components. This analysis of the two assemblages and their coefficients demonstrates that the war machine does not in itself have war for its object, but necessarily adopts it as its object when it allows itself to be appropriated by the state apparatus. At this very precise point, the line of flight and the abstract vital line it effectuates turn into a line of death and destruction. Hence the name war machine, which is much closer to the abstract machine than is the state apparatus, which divests the war machine of its power of metamorphosis. Writing and music can be war machines. The more an assemblage opens and multiplies connections and draws a plane of consistency with its quantifiers of intensities and of consolidation, the closer it is to the living abstract machine. But it strays from it to the extent that it replaces creative connections with conjunctions causing blockages, axiomatics. Organizations forming strata, stratometers. Reterritorializations forming black holes, segmentometers. And conversions into lines of death, deleiometers. Thus there is a whole process of selection of assemblages according to their ability to draw a plane of consistency with an increasing number of connections. Schizoanalysis is not only a qualitative analysis of abstract machines in relation to the assemblages, but also a quantitative analysis of the assemblages in relation to a presumably pure abstract machine. There is one last point of view, that of typological analysis. For there exist general types of abstract machines. The abstract machine or machines of the plane of consistency do not exhaust or dominate the entirety of the operations that constitute the strata and even the assemblages. The strata take on the plane of consistency itself, forming areas of thickening, coagulations and belts organized and developing along the axes of another plane, substance, form, content, expression. This means that each stratum has a unity of consistency or of composition relating above all to substantial elements and formal traits, and testifying to the existence of a properly stratic abstract machine presiding over this other plane. And there is a third type. On the alloplastic strata, which are particularly propitious for the assemblages, there arise abstract machines that compensate for deterritorializations with reterritorializations, and especially for decodings with overcodings or overcoding equivalents. We have seen in particular that if abstract machines open assemblages, they also close them. An order word machine overcodes language, a faciality machine overcodes the body and even the head, a machine of enslavement overcodes or axiomatizes the earth. These are in no way illusions but real machinic effects. We can no longer place the assemblages on a quantitative scale, measuring how close or far they are from the plane of consistency. There are different types of abstract machines that overlap in their operations and qualify the assemblages. Abstract machines of consistency, singular and mutant, with multiplied connections. Abstract machines of stratification that surround the plane of consistency with another plane, and axiomatic or overcoding abstract machines that perform totalizations, homogenizations, conjunctions of closure. Every abstract machine is linked to other abstract machines not only because they are inseparably political, economic, scientific, artistic, ecological, cosmic, perceptive, affective, active, thinking, physical, and semiotic, but because their various types are as intertwined as their operations are convergent. Mechanosphere.